Hey everybody! Today in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble a Hexalock on the Sauer 101 GTI. You should have the following tools available before you can start: a screwdriver, torque wrench, brake cleaner, Loctite, ear sticks and cloth. Before you start working on your rifle, please make sure that the rifle is unloaded and you remove the magazine if possible. Safety first. The first step you should do is a pre-test to make sure that after your assembly your weapon or your rifle is still working. You should tighten the Hexalock slightly and place the scope into the mount. Hold the scope firmly and try to reload your rifle. The step is to check that nothing hits the Hexalock or the scope during reloading process. If reloading is possible without any issues, unscrew the Hexalock again from the rifle. In order to be able to start with the final assembly, you must decrease the rifle in the area where you want to assemble the Hexalock. For this I use brake cleaner and the cloth. After that I also clean the mounting blades from below with brake cleaner as well. In this step I put a little Loctite 2-to-1 on the screws. This is the lightest version of a screw tightener. Loctite 2-to-1 prevents the screws from loosening again during use. In order to secure the assembly, I additionally glue the mounting blades with Loctite 648. For this purpose I spread the thin layer on the underside of the mounting blades. In the next step I put the mounting blades carefully on the rifle so that the screw holes can be seen. The small blade to the back, the big one to the front, and both turned so that the holes for the rings are facing inwards. When both mounting blades are correctly positioned on the rifle, they should get tightened with a torque wrench, according to the manufacturer 5 Nm, whereby I personally decided to use 3 Nm because I didn't want to break the screws. In combination with the Loctite 2-to-1, it worked pretty well for me so far. To prevent the scope from slipping in the rings, I use latex gloves. I simply cut a white piece out of the thumb and pull it over the scope. Before the rubber is pulled over the scope, it must be degreased again with brake cleaner in the area of the mount. Alternatively, black tape can be used as well. The intermediate layer prevents the scope from slipping within the rings of the force applied during shooting. Before you can place your scope onto your rifle, you need to assemble both Hexalock rings according to the instructions of the manufacturer on your mounting plates. After you have successfully assembled your Hexalock rings onto your rifle, you need to decrease the inside of the rings as well. In this step, the scope is placed and aligned in the rings. A small spirit level or alternatively an app can be used for this. When the scope is aligned correctly horizontally, the upper parts of the rings need to get also decreased from the inside with brake cleaner, placed on top of the scope and then screwed tight. The manufacturer recommends 2 Nm. It is important here that you also check the manufacturer's specification for your rifle scope and make sure that it is designed for this pressure. Then take the rifle and adjust the correct eye relief. A rule of thumb says that there should be about 8 cm distance between the scope and the eye. It is important that the scope is aligned so that you can see through it properly and has no parallaxes. After the scope is perfectly positioned, the rings should get finally secured. A torque wrench should also be used to tighten them with 2 Nm. With these screws I didn't use any Loctite. Finally, you have to remove the latex. Here you take a sharp blade of a carpet knife and press it carefully along the edge of the rings. The latex will come off very easily. Scopes are usually coated so well that the knife does not have any scratches on the surface when lightly pressed. I hope you enjoyed this do-it-yourself video. This is not a manual and I take no responsibility if you try it and something should go wrong. Therefore, only do it yourself if you have the right tools and you think you can do it. Otherwise, go to your gunsmith of your choice. If you like this video, it would be great if you would get me a like or a comment. I will publish more videos and tests in the future. Thank you guys, bye.